Alright guys, so today in FIFA 23 Pro Clubs, we're going to be looking at another player build, and this one was highly requested. It's going to be based off of Mesut Ozil. I posted on my community page a poll giving y'all 4 options to vote on, and Ozil won that vote easily with around 52% of the total votes. So that's why we're going to be looking at this build today. And honestly, I think it's one of my favorite cam builds I've used all year. We're going to be listed as a winger, but that's just because wingers are a lot better than the cam position in pro clubs this year. So we're listed as a winger, but you're mostly going to be using it as a cam. When he played the majority of his career, I believe like almost his whole career, he played as the number 10 in the cam position. But honestly, you could even use this on the wing. The passing is fantastic. You'll rack up the assist. And then the dribbling is extremely saucy. Check out some of these clips that I got while using the build. Bang. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Get that. Bang.
Oh.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh.
Bro. Welcome.
Nice. Oh my god.
Did you see that?
Run ultra wide. Ooh.
Dang it. Oh my gosh, double post stringer.
Impossible.
Whoop. No way.
Oh my gosh, one time.
Okay, let's say you got mostly all people
going?
has like 20 ms. That means milliseconds.
Nah, that's crazy. It's in.
Yes.
Made up for it. Let's go! Great play. I had a ton of fun using this Ozil build. I love using playmaker builds that have great dribbling, and the passing on this build with the high curve, you can just make some spectacular passes. And the striker on my team for the majority of these games that you'll see in the clips, he was using the Drogba build that I posted on my channel recently, and that build is a goal scoring machine, an absolute beast. If you haven't checked that video out, go ahead and do that, especially if you're a striker. I think you might like that one. So this build was just feeding him up top with that Drogba build, and it's a great combo. So looking at the position, height, and weight, as I said, we are a winger. So make sure you're either listed as a right winger or left wing on this build. The height is 5'11". On FIFA, Ozil is listed at 5'11". And this will allow us to be explosive, have the explosive accelerate run style if you're on the new gen version of FIFA. Once you go over 5'11", you can't be explosive. So 5'11" is the tallest you can be for an explosive build, which is pretty cool. So we have some height as a cam, and we're pretty pacey. I know Ozil was not the paciest, but we have just some extra skill points to throw around. So we did go for a good amount of upgrades in pace. The weight, 149. This will get us the lean body type he has. You can go all the way down to 121 for this weight section. You also, if you want, you could go to the lowest weight section, but there's really not much upside at all. I believe like the only real difference is you get like one more agility, but pretty much every other category like shooting, passing, and physical is better when you go up to the next weight section. So make sure you're 121 to 149 for the weight on this build. And then Ozil was heavily left-footed, so that's why we're left-footed. Let's take a look at the perks. Deciding these first 2 perks for this Ozil build was fairly easy for me. He's known for his passing ability, so I went precision pass and threaded pass. Threaded will increase the vision, while precision pass will increase short and long pass. They'll both give you the swerve and flare trait, and 5-star weak foot ability on those types of passes. Ozil has always had like a 2-star weak foot, I believe, on FIFA, but on this build, I decided to go for a 4-star weak foot. I was thinking about going 3-star, but it's only going to save us a couple skill points, so I don't really see the point it might be a little bit unrealistic, but since these perks are giving us a 5-star weak foot on these passes, it's already kind of unrealistic, so I don't mind. And then the third perk is active first touch, and the main reason I chose this one is because of the increase in ball control. It's nice that it'll also upgrade the pace in certain situations, but I mostly did it for the ball control because on the dribbling page, I didn't go for the Lynx archetype, which will upgrade the balance and ball control a good amount. So I believe the ball control in this build is 89, and that's Ozil's like best dribbling attribute that I saw on his cards. So I wanted to get that even higher, and that's what active first touch will do while also increasing the pace. So I think that's a great perk to go for, but with this third perk you can switch it up if you don't care for the increase in ball control. There's some other options like light passes I think would be really cool. Maybe just go and pinpoint cross, distance shooter if you want. I did make some long shots with this build, so you don't really need it. Maybe skilled dribbler. And then the last one I would say is possibly assist streak or set piece specialist if you like that perk. Other than that, I think those are really the only options you should go for on this Ozil build. So now let's take a look at the skill tree. When creating this build, I looked at Ozil's highest rated card that he got on Ultimate Team, and that was a 94 rated Team of the Season card back in FIFA 16 for Arsenal. And honestly, a lot of our attributes match it pretty nicely. So looking at the physical page first, he's never had great physicals at all. So the real thing that I was focusing on here is just upgrading the stamina. He's never had good stamina, but it's pro clubs. You at least want some decent stamina on your build. And then I also wanted to get the reactions in the 90s. It'll help for a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to dribbling and like pulling out faster animations. There's no skill points allocated to defending. So on to dribbling, where I have a good amount of skill points. I decided to go for 5-star skills for this build. I love skilling. If you don't want 5-star skills, just want to go for 4-star, you can take off the skill move right here, and then you can use those 5 skill points really anywhere else you want on the build. So on the left, you're just going to get the Maestro archetype. We'll have 92 agility, exactly like that Team of the Season card I just mentioned. And then on that card, I believe he has 77 balance. So that's why I didn't go for a ton of balance upgrades, just 79 balance. I decided to go for this one. It's +2 balance for 1 skill point. You might as well. It's just great value. And didn't go for the Lynx archetype, as I mentioned earlier. And that would have got us a lot of ball control upgrades. But that's the main reason why I went for the active first touch perk, because it will upgrade the ball control. And on that card, he had 99 ball control. So the active first touch will get it closer to that. And then he had 95 dribbling. So we have the exact same dribbling, agility, more balance, and less ball control, but who knows how much the active first touch perk actually increases the ball control. For the passing, you're going to get both of the archetypes, artist and architect. And then remember that we'll have both precision pass and threaded pass. So the long passing and short passing, as well as the vision, will all be upgraded higher than what you see here. And my guess will be high 90s, if not completely maxed out. And then on the left, I went for some curve upgrades. I wanted to get the curve over 90. So I got this +4 curve for 3 skill points. And then we also get some more curve upgrades because of the artist archetype. And then comparing these passing stats to that Team of the Season card, it's actually pretty similar if you take into account the passing perks that we have. He has 99 vision, so threaded pass will upgrade that a lot. And then he has 99 short pass and 92 long pass. So precision pass will pretty much match those. And then he has 96 curve. So we have a little bit less curve, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. I was thinking about completely maxing out the curve, but I decided not to do that. I wanted to go for some shooting upgrades on this build, and I had some extra skill points to use. So I decided to go for the sniper archetype. He's never had a lot of shot power. So I was thinking about just doing this and just having 81 shot power, but I did notice his free kicks was pretty good. So I decided just to go sniper archetype, and shot power, in my opinion, is like the most important shooting attribute. It'll help for long shots and help for finishing chances. So I just went for it. If you want, you could take it off and maybe upgrade the dribbling more, like the balance, agility, and then maybe max out the curve on the passing page. if you want to be just more of a straight up playmaker and you don't think you're going to shoot very much with this build, you can definitely do that. But I went the sniper archetype, and I decided to just go for this weak foot upgrade. Like, I was thinking about doing something like this and just getting the free kicks and avoiding the weak foot just to get the 3-star weak foot and be more realistic to an Ozil build. But it's only going to save you 2 skill points, so you might as well just go for the 4-star weak. And then on the right, you're just going to get these long shots in order to get down to the finisher archetype. And then here, I noticed that his volleys was like his highest shooting attribute. So I decided to get some heading upgrades in order to get some more volley upgrades. So the second section will give you +3 volleys. And then same with this one, you'll get some heading. And then +3 volleys again to bump it up to 88. For pace, Ozil has always had a lot more acceleration than sprint speed. So you'll see that we have 4 more acceleration than sprint speed on the build. And that's pretty much the most you can get it. If you don't care for this extra pace and you want to be a little bit more realistic to an Ozil build, you can take off the cheetah archetype and then maybe even this sprint speed right here, and then you'll have 88 acceleration, 84 sprint speed. But I just don't really know where you're going to put those 14 skill points other than maybe upgrading dribbling, passing, and shooting more. So that's why I just said screw it, let's just put it on pace. It's pro clubs, you want to be pacey. It is definitely meta and best to have at least decent pace on your build, so you might as well go for the cheetah archetype. So that completes this extremely fun Mesut Ozil attacking mid build for FIFA 23 Pro Clubs. Let me know in the comments what you think of this build if you give it a try. Hit that like button on this video for me, and then hit that subscribe button on my channel if you haven't already subbed. As always, y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.